Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. We have already started here. Great ball if he can get there. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the engine to do all the covering, but he's a lot more than that. He's got the strength, the tackling ability, good composure on the ball and balance in his game. So you'd really struggle to find any weakness.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Koundé gets good distance on it. And it's Messi. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he was quick to react. And back to the keeper they go. Donnarumma gets it away. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, easy pickings there. Cristiano Ronaldo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, good take in a good area.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's had it taken off him. Oh, nicely intercepted. He won't be happy with that one.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Face to face with the keeper. Hits one! Goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Indonesia have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. He's played him through. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, he's found support out wide. He rises! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he latch on to this? No way through. He's having a go!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Port are looking to break at pace. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kimmich. Oh, super ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Alexander-Arnold. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Chips it through. Donnarumma clears. And they're quick to get it back. Lewandowski has got himself a free kick. It's a quick one. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Valverde. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Messi. He's shifting, and Messi sticks it away. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper.
Shapes to shoot! No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
The father of a boy in a blue hat kindly make his way to the information centre. Substitution on the field, number 9, Ribery.
And we're underway again.
Alexander.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Number 25, Caicedo. Number 18.
Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Port do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Valverde. No way through. Ruben Dias. Koundé. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
That has been cut short. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now that's well seen too. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Indonesia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Indonesia clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Oh, good-looking ball. Chance to shoot now, real chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Lewandowski. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the finish! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Kimmich. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He is through here. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now there's a fine ball. Oh, that's ambitious. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Yamal looking to run onto it. That's good play. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Great hit! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
And it's Messi. Port are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Ruben Diaz with the clearance. Great work on the overlap. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Yamal, he's got away. Kane. Çalhanoğlu. Ronaldo in acres of space out wide. And he's in on goal. And the shot! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Indonesia find a position of real strength now. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's in plenty of space here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And no, that was never going to make it. Deftly done. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Messi. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold proves too strong. Looking here to alter the direction of the game. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Struck first time. And that is high. And he cuts out the supply. Well read, nice interception. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Played into space out wide. And that should be the keepers. Yamal, Koundé, and that is a little undercooked. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Van Dijk is there to clear. So that's it, it is all over. Port cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Port desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. He is through here! Stones did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kane. Defending of the desperate variety. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, great chance! Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Valverde defending his corner, stubborn. Yamal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Port with the corner, there first. It's a mighty effort! And again! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. This their second corner of the game. Climbs up big! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Now it's Mbappe. Davis. That is good alertness. Hernandez.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
Hits one! Araujo gets rid without sophistication. Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And it's Davis. Aimed beyond the defence. Rafinha. That is great defending, so alert. Koundé did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Valverde spots it and intercepts. He gets big! Goal! There is the breakthrough!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
After 32 minutes is number 8.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Lewandowski. And that is expertly dealt with.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Tries a shot! In for the pieces! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
And he's managed to get rid.
Pretty robust defending.
A searching ball that into space. McKennie.
Port really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
And he's intervened well there. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that should get the job done. Ziyech. Looking for options for movement. He has found the way through. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Kane could move up a gear here. McKennie. And it's Ziyech. Ribery. Oh, this looks sharp. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Port go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And the action is back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Koundé. Oh, that's a nice ball. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. Kane. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that's a good ball. Mbappe! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Kane. Ziyech. And the finish! No mistake! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then
He's got tall. He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
That's a sharp pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. Kane. Kane making good progress on the right-hand side. Now it's Rafinha. And he's onside. Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Son Heung-min. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense. And
It's Son Heung-min!
The attendance for this match.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Corner number 3 coming up. And now they can spring out of defence. Delivers across, and he's had it nicked away. Rafinha. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
João Cancelo could try cutting inside here. He can get that clear. That'll be a throw. Ziyech. Van Dijk simply refused to be outdone there. Son Heung-min. Now that's well seen too. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Cleared without hesitation.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's picked his way through. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. That has not gone well. Well-timed, excellent interception. Rafinha. Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Yamal.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh no, this does not look good. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Rafinha is in a really good position out wide. Valverde. Oh, that's fabulous. In with the challenge. Kane. Can he spark a counter here? He might be in here! Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Not the most accurate pass. Vitinha finds himself offside.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. 5 minutes left on the clock. Vitinha, Rashford, now it's Rashford. He's got the shot away! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that, oh, terrible mistake. He's through, it's one-on-one, Rashford! And yes, it's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike.
Well, as options go, that was a superb choice. It's over and in. Job done.
Number 88. Marcus Rashford.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
There will be 4 extra minutes. And he's got the beating of his man. Now it's Thuram. He's got away. Oh, that's neat. Can he get it through? Yamal.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Rashford, taken off it pretty forcefully. And that's it. Port played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
And a quick announcement for the
Your
benefit
final
of
thoughts,
anybody
Jim?
who has found
Port
themselves a
desperately
little lost
failing
today.
to
Please
impose
look at the
themselves
screen
on the
for
game.
information on how to find
Decidedly.
your-
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Well, we're on the way. Yamal going full steam down the flank. Very nicely done. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That is a great pick out. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
A seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists. He's found a way through. He's had a shot. He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Number 19, Yamal.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Always onto this. He's beaten the last man. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Mbappe might well be in for a mouthful from his boss if his teammates don't get there first.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's a shade optimistic. Valverde takes control of it and he's on the move. He's in space and looking for options. Nakata. In with a header! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Hits one! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, super find. Can he put it away? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And here comes the corner. Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the shot! They've scored! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Arsenal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Can he latch on to this? Now that's well seen too. He's through here. And the shot! And it's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display. What a player.
And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Valverde has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Lewandowski. That looks a cracking ball. Just the goal. Son Heung-min! It's run. Oh, it's fallen loose again! They've done it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
After 36 minutes is number 19, Yamal.
Port give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. And he's intervened well there. Mateus. Hernandez clears it away. Up for a header! And that's caused a worry or two. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
That's a little off target. Alexander-Arnold. That pass has been well intercepted.
3 minutes added time.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's Son Heung-min. Quick look, then plays it in. Alexander-Arnold. That's a nicely measured pass. Great chance! Really well taken goal. And surely that settles it. And we've reached half-time.
Please turn your attention to the screen for information provided by the local police.
And we're underway again. Port didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. He can run onto that. He's been picked out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mateus has a shot! Oh, screamer! He's got himself an absolute peach. Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
It's become a case of men against boys.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Serginho is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Serginho. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Mbappe! Big chance! He's got a goal! How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Another one! This must be his personal high. Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's nice. And that's an errant pass.
This is the time you need that pace.
Mbappe, and he welcomes it in. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well read, and the danger is averted. Mbappe. Lewandowski. Floated through. Alexander-Arnold deals with that comfortably. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Mbappe. Mbappe, 2 assists to his credit already. Hernandez. Into the last quarter of an hour. Van Dijk makes the interception. Conte. Serginho. There's the man who is effectively the team's security. It's Nakata! Oh, denied at the last.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Ruben Dias. And it's Van Dijk. Ribery. Looking for the run. Chips it through.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
So, third corner of the game. And he's managed to get rid. He's having a go! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Just 5 minutes left. Not the most accurate pass. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Lewandowski chasing after it. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted. 4 added minutes on the board. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's quick to get it clear again.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Messi. Mateus. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's that, the end. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up. Yamal! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Lewandowski! Oh, that is rather wayward.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Gnabry. Oh, that's fabulous. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Neymar.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, he does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
And he's had it nicked away. Yamal. That pass isn't the best.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Just eases him off the ball. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Looks to the other side. And it's Neymar. He is through here. Over it comes. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Messi. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Koundé. It's Ribéry. Alexander-Arnold. Chip through. Chooses to go. Yamal! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Neymar really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the...
Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! First blood drawn.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
No luck with that dink over the top.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Very nicely done. Now the finish! They've scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Manchester United are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's got away. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's managed to get free. He's had it taken off him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's managed to gift it back. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Out again for a throw-in. And it's Messi, distributed tidily. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Neymar in acres of space out wide. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Ruben Diaz gets it clear.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, good-looking ball. He's in a good position here. Now that is a hefty challenge. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And that'll be the last act of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Port were desperate for the half-time whistle. A regroup and a rethink is imperative to rescue this.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Keeper's got good distance on that. Modric. Neymar is in a really good position out wide. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And it's Neymar! Oh, he's been caught on it here, and it's come back out to him. They are rampant! And the lead is extended still further. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Ribery! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Julio Cesar has that under control. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. He can get that clear. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, the way this game...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He has found a way through. Gnabry! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Manchester United got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Can he latch on to this? Well, good play on the left-hand side here. He's found a way through. Messi.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the...
Real chance! No mistake! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
It's become a case of men against boys. Well, and the finish! It's run loose. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Sticks it away! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
They're still trying to make a game of this. Now it's Neymar. Ruben Diaz cuts it out. Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Chips it through. Succumbs to the pressure. Adams spots it and intercepts. Messi. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Neymar. Ribery.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Now here's the delivery. Oh, that's an excellent interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Haaland, played out to the right.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Played out to the left flank. Now it's Neymar. Hernandez. He's shifting through the gears here. Ribery.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Messi threads one in. Big chance! Oh, it's come loose.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it. Van Dijk. Ruben Diaz. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, what a ball! Can he finish? Really well taken goal. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Substitution in progress.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Mbappe. Hernandez getting this one clear.
Added minutes has been indicated.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Haaland. That is a great... He's got the shot away! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is...
Oh, terrible pass. Stood up well to him there. That's that, the end. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly... So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate.
He's had a shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Port finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Pedri. Couldn't squeeze it through. Olise. Pedri gets his pass away. Oh, that's a key interception. Hernandez. Hernandez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Ronaldinho. Lewandowski. And here's Messi. Ribery! Port are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. And here's Yamal. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Ribery. And he's had it nicked away. Yamal.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's in plenty of space here. Yamal finds himself offside. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
That has been cut short. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And it's Ribery. Now it's Mbappe. Konate. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. "30 minutes gone. And the pass is intercepted. Messi. No, that's been intercepted. Yamal. Yamal goes steaming forward. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Mbappe! And that was very necessary.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Can he spark a counter here? Opts for safety. Now it's Ribery. Ribery.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Pedri. Ronaldinho. And it's Ribery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Olise. Ribery. Yamal. Chips it through. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Now, who's going to be first to this? This possibly the last play of the half. Cleared without hesitation. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Mbappe. Shifted upfield. That is good alertness. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hernandez, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now they can clear their lines.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pedri. Port, still this single goal behind. Yamal, who does have an assist to his name, couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. So we've reached the hour mark. Bastoni gets it away. And he can clear it away. He could be in here. Pass somewhat off target. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Yamal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rice, he's played him through. Now it's Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Port seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Can he latch on to this? Danger averted for now. Nicked it back promptly. Lovely ball and it's Lewandowski! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
He trapped it expertly, Peter, and released it very differently.
Mbappe. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Ronaldinho. Nice control. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now he's off and running. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Lewandowski. And it's lofted through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Ribery! And that could come back to haunt them.
That had a lot resting on it, you know, Peter, and he's visibly cross with himself.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Just 5 minutes left. Adams deals with that comfortably. Yamal. Messi. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Adams. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, well played, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that is as far as it goes. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.